Monday. Most of us are familiar with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but if you're going through the change, you also know about the seven dwarfs of menopause. There's itchy, angry, sweaty, bloaty, sleepy, forgetful, and of course, psycho. Our next doctor says there is no reason why women have to go slamming into menopause. Here to explain how to stay the same during the change is Dr. Richard Leconey from the Institute of Anti-Aging, along with Dana Leconey and patient Marilyn Barber. Hello there. First of all, what is menopause? And it doesn't necessarily have to happen later in life. There are other things that can kind of spur it on.
Well, you know, menopause is an event that women have become characterized somewhere associated with the age of 50 or something, but the truth is it starts a lot earlier than that. It's a gradual hormonal evolution where certain hormones decline, and those are hormones of vitality. Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, these are hormones that immensely contribute to your quality of life, your vitality, and even your longevity. I mean, you know, estrogen prolongs life. It improves your risk of living to a nice, ripe old age without heart attack, stroke, dementia, you know, cancers, crumbling bones, and cancers,
All right. Is it nature's way of saying they're done with us? Because I'm having a problem with this.
Yes. You know, it has been said, you know, that that's part of the whole thing, you know, reproduce, and then you have to get out of the way for the next generation. But I don't think we want to do that, do we?
And plus we're living
I'm not
longer.
ready to.
Yeah. So you experience this in your household because your wife, Dana, who's the sweetest thing in the world, all of a sudden began to change.
Well, you know, not to single her out, but certainly there was some, you know, just felt, you know, moody and didn't feel like herself and wasn't her usual, you know, happy-go-lucky and energetic self.
And Dana, did you know what was happening?
I was, you know, my PMS symptoms became worse, and I was irritable, problems sleeping. Yeah, I would a little depressed, and yeah, something wasn't right.
Yeah. And Marilyn, for you?
Mine was I couldn't sleep. Either I couldn't go to sleep, or I would go to sleep and couldn't stay asleep. And I tried everything. I tried every supplement Whole Foods had. I did a lot of wine. Yeah. Nothing worked.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you realize what it was?
No, I didn't.
You know, it's funny because I find that a lot of women, there's this episode of The Real Housewives where one of the women who's in her 50s, she goes, I didn't have my cycle. I could be pregnant. I was like, no, you're in menopause right now. But yeah, we don't know what it is because it does kind of sneak up on us, but we just know that we don't feel right. All right, so at what point did you say, okay, something's got to be done with this, and I don't know what, but something's got to be done?
Well, Richard, when I started having these symptoms, he started kind of studying and looking up and found, like, Dr. Lee wrote a book, how to, what we don't know about perimenopause, or what women don't know about perimenopause. And so he just started me on some progesterone cream, which helped even out some of my symptoms.
Yeah,
and
when you say the progesterone cream, that's where we want to stop and take a look at what's happening here. There are a lot of women who are prescribed antidepressants because we're depressed, and there are a lot of women who are, I remember for me with thyroid, which is, you know, kind of the same thing, a hormone, antidepressants, we're going to give you something to wake you up, something to give you more energy, give you Adderall, all these things. I kept saying, you're medicating my symptoms. Right. What's wrong? What's changed? And what you look at is what is wrong, what has changed, and how do we replace what the body is lacking?
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, this is all part of a vicious cycle of deterioration that, you know, unfortunately, the medical community increasingly just addresses the shell. They don't look into to find out what's going on inside. And, you know, so you can take antidepressants and energy pills and mood, you know, boosters and then sleeping pills because they've got you too hyped up. Mm-hmm. Or you can actually go to the real problem, look inside, and frequently it's a hormonal decline that contributes to all these symptoms. And you fix that, then you help them break out of the cycle of deterioration, this little, you know, spinning out of control.
How do you figure out where our hormones are at and where they should be?
Well, you know, they're easy to measure. Hormones are blood, you know, chemicals that are easily measurable. You can measure progesterone, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. They're all pretty simple, and it's not even expensive.
Yeah. All right. So we're looking at the laboratory analysis right here.
Well, yeah. Here's a typical one. It happens to be Maryland, I believe.
Yes.
And you can see, and it's a little complicated, but, you know, this is the first day that we measured her right here. So notice that that's very low down there in the red. That's off the graph down at the bottom. This is literally at the bottom. So that's progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, all easily measured. Now, after we started her on the treatment, you'll see her progesterone is right up here getting into the white zone. Estrogen, similar, moves right up. Testosterone moved up. Actually, it went up higher than the zone here. So she's in this, so you have to obviously take the hormones to keep them there.
And of course, hormones, if we didn't have them, we die. They are obviously an integral part of life.
Absolutely.
So we all need hormones. When we start to decline, our body feels it. Now, there's a big debate between what's natural or bioidentical or synthetic in terms of hormones. Why bioidentical, and how does that stack up against the others?
Well, bioidentical hormones are the hormones that you basically were born with. They're the hormones that your body makes throughout your reproductive life as a woman. The estrogen, the progesterone, without modification, without any derivatives. Unfortunately, we have evolved into where, the medical science prescribes these derivatized or hormones that have been altered. Unfortunately, they just don't act the same. They don't behave the same. They cause other side effects. Women can't tolerate them. They contribute to other diseases like cardiovascular disease. So, the Women's Health Initiative study, which has really confused women, they used derivatized hormones. These were not natural hormones. And as a result, they got a lot of negative findings. And that's pretty much, turned a lot of the medical establishment away from hormone treatment in general. If they go back to the bioidentical hormones, the ones that you're born with,
your body
they don't have these side effects. And they work like you remember they worked, You feel like you remember.
You get your life back. And literally, you have that jar right there. So every morning now.
So pink is for estrogen. And every morning and every evening, there's a little dial, and I click it. Give me some here. And I'm going to put it on the thinnest skin on my body, and I rub it in. It's that simple. And then, And then you save a little teeny bit right on the end. That's a little tip. And you put a little bit right here, and it softens up right on. If you have a little left over,
But point being, there it is. It goes through the skin. You're replacing those hormones, and you literally felt a complete difference.
Yes, and blue is testosterone, and yes, women, we need testosterone too. You want those muscles so you can start metabolizing better, and it's that simple. And you keep it here, and then the little pill here is progesterone. Take it about an hour before I go to sleep at night, and it just lets me go to sleep. It smooths it out. I don't need sleeping pills or wine. That lets me go to sleep, just like that.
And of course, the other great thing about when we say bioidentical is that you can give the amount, and you did that test, that person is not the amount that just happens to come in. It's the amount that you need for you. So it becomes custom.
Custom tailored, yes. Tailored to your needs, not some general concept of what women need, you know? Every woman is different. And so I like to make the analogy all the time. This is like an article of clothing that is custom tailored for you, as opposed to something that's off the rack that might be just
too much or too little.
Right. So that's really half of the bioidentical hormone story is the custom tailoring, the custom fitting, so that you get the right amount of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone for you, not someone else.
And finally, how's your wife today?
Just take a look.
Doing pretty darn well. All right. The Institute of Anti-Aging does all kinds of things there. They take care of your skin. They do Botox. They do fillers. They do just, you name it, and they get it done if you want to look and feel better. They have a special offer through the month of July. Mention Great Day, and you'll get $50 off any of their service. That includes hormone testing, Botox, fillers, facials. You get a little fat reduction. If you'd like more information on any service at the Institute of Anti-Aging, the staff is standing by to answer your questions. Give them a call at 713-807-1000, 713-807-1000, or visit them online at antiageinstitute.com. My husband made sure that I have your phone number on speed dial at the point that I go crashing into menopause.